Yo, what is up? It is your boy RG in the building, and today we are going to talk about how to play off of Hashirama's grab. Now, in my opinion, Hashirama has the best grab in the game. The reason why is because it does a lot, both animation and both after the grab is hit, being able to combo after it. So due to the fact that this being one of my main characters, I mean, debatably maybe even my best character, to be honest, debatably, but I play off his grab quite a bit, and people who do play Hashirama, you might not have an idea of how to go about it. You might just kind of throw it out because you know it's good. So hopefully this video gives you an idea for all the Hashirama players or anyone who's interested in Hashirama to how to properly play off of his grab. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. Again, recently hit 1K, so I thank you guys for that. But let's get into the video. Now, you ideally want to use Hashirama's grab. Actually, no, let me step back a bit. Right now, I'm going to start from in neutral, and then we're going to work our way up to how to implement it both in the neutral and in combos, and then we're going to go over the options he has and the scenarios of once you have hit the jutsu. So in what's the word I'm looking for? In a neutral, right, you want to mainly use his grab as a way to waste subs. Basically, you can use his grab as a very good sub trap. For example, one that I primarily use, which in my opinion you should use, is dash into grab like this. That sub trap catches everyone. It does not matter who it is. I'm telling you, it will catch everyone because they don't want to get hit by the grab. Their best option is obviously to block the dash and then obviously sub the grab, right? But this is where obviously if you do see a sub and you know that somebody is going to punish you for it, then you can just, as soon as you see them sub the sub, just switch block or wherever it is. Yeah. Well, primarily you want to use it for getting subs. So this comes down to layering. For example, if you have a Shizui jutsu, you could do Shizui's jutsu, dash in real close, and then fire off his grab to even catch, to get like a double sub there as well, or whatever it is, right? So you primarily want to use this to basically make your opponent sub, right? In any way you can, right? Anyway, basically, if he was even to block that, let's take sub off. If he was even to block that when I come in, boom, he's not gonna want to get hit by that. He's gonna want to sub. Yeah. So that's basically the main reason of why you want to do it. I've given you some examples already. So now moving on to how you want to implement it. For example, in guard pressure. Now in guard pressure, a good way of implementing it is his air combo. So obviously, as you know, right, he has a gel with the first hit of his air combo, right? Because you do this high enough and you can go straight into mash, they can't counter it or anything, right? Now if somebody is expecting you to do that, you can easily, instead of mashing, go for a grab. They won't expect that due to the fact that they'll think, oh, he's just gonna mash because you're doing the gel, especially if you've done it a few times already. So doing this, right, so you go from here, might have to do it again. When you get it down, you could just throw out the grab, and then that is also a good place. You can also layer it with like an air jutsu if you have it, so that way you're guaranteed going for that grab, right? Bang bang, and then go for the grab, right? This again, a good sub trap as well as obviously they're not going to want to get hit by that grab. So even going for it for guard pressure, you can obviously jump kunai with it as well if you got an assist and go for it, but I would go for the air hit primarily as well. So those are two, very simple ways that you can utilize his grab regarding in combo pressure and in the neutral as well. So like I said, jump kunai, dash in with the jutsu and throw it out, and then obviously do a support dash and then throw it out as well, right? Now what should you do once you've hit the grab? So this is where it depends on how many subs your opponent has, right? Now you would have seen my exposing setup video. You would have seen that if they do have a lot of subs, what I tend to do, right, is I'll do this, and I'll grab again. The reason why is because that can get up to 3 subs basically. So it can be 1 sub, 2 sub, or 3 subs. they'll sub the kunai, then they'll sub the air jutsu. This does work with other air jutsus like a fireball, but it works the best with Naruto, which I'll explain why. If you've seen the explain setup, you will see, but I'll explain why again. But they can sub the kunai, they can sub Naruto jutsu, and then they can sub the grab. So they have to sub 3 things there. So that's something that I tend to do if I have Naruto up. Now if you don't have your air jutsu up, then one thing that you can do is go for an air dash, right, when they're low down. Now the reason why going for an air dash is really good is because the options you have are crazy. Why am I doing this? Now if somebody doesn't sub the initial dash, you can get a reset. That's like best case scenario, right? But if somebody we'll say if you do get a juggle, oh my gosh, see, this because I'm so used to doing this offline. It's just muscle memory into me now. Online, that's not happening. There you go. So you can go for a juggle, right? And then this can obviously set you up for a grab, because if you air dash, you can grab straight away. Yeah, this is obviously really sure to catch. People aren't going to want to get hit, especially if you grab again. People aren't going to want to get hit because now this is kind of like a grab loop. There's nothing they could, even if they throw kunai, it's going to hit them, right? So this is basically something that I tend to do a lot because it does mental damage as well. If someone's just grabbing you, you're like, okay, and they do this and they grab you again, they're probably going to end up subbing you. This is where you can layer your support, basically. It doesn't even have to be, if you can catch them low, it doesn't even have to be an air support, right? Well, this is where you can, because now they're gonna think, oh, I'm not gonna take another grab again, so I'm gonna sub the next one, right? So this is a mind game that I tend to do. I'll dash, I'll grab again. Don't even, if they don't, then I know they're not gonna want to get grabbed a third time. So then I'll deploy the support. I'll go into juggle, I'll deploy the support, and then you can go from there, basically. So that's basically, like, in terms of if they have subs, that's like the game you kind of want to play. You kind of want to play that game where you're just wasting their supports all the time, right? Now, as you would have seen, I think I did it twice already, you can also, if you have Naruto, which is why I run him, you can also guard manipulate your opponent from a grab. So you can actually get a full combo on the floor by doing this. If you delay Naruto a bit more, like, so you jump for, I explained this exact setup in my guide. And so if you want to see like how the exact setup is done, then click on the link in the description about down below. I did the exposing setups of this. But yeah, that's something that you can do as well, because if they aren't gonna sub but they're holding block, then they're definitely gonna not want to get put here where you can go for your infinites and stuff like that, right? So that's basically how you want to do things. Now, one thing that I tend to do, which is what you just seen, is like I'll dash like that. Now, reason why is because if they sub that dash, they're gonna sub in place and it keeps you safe, right? So it's kind of like they don't know when I'm gonna grab because it's still a juggle. So again, doing that as another option as what you have is also very, very good. Now, if they have no subs, right, at all, so they have no subs and you caught them in no subs, then again, just go for your juggle. This like you're like just basically, rather than playing to waste their subs out, you're basically going for your juggle. Now he gets his whole down combo here, he gets his whole neutral combo here. But the down combo is obviously useful because you can put them in. But if you don't trust yourself to do this, then you can just go for a juggle where you jump, air dash, land, and then go from there. Or if you want to utilize a strike back, then you can delay it and you get the whole neutral combo with it for the strike back as well. You do not get the up combo, don't ever go for the up combo. So yeah, so in terms of how to utilize his grab, that's basically everything. Now it may seem obviously not like a simple, but it is a mind game. It's dealing with those subs and knowing what your options are to deal with those subs is what can make your grab deadly. And then once you've found ways to sub trap them into the grab where you're wasting subs all the time, you're gonna find your opponent subbing quite a lot if you're able to pull this off. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, sayonara, and adios.